I'm from San Diego.
Only from P Pictures. I got pregnant when I was 21 years old, and I felt like it was the end of the world. And for me, it was the end of the world. It was the end of the future that I thought that I was going to have. I knew that there was a child within me, and even though that was totally terrifying and seemed impossible, I had to figure out what to do about that. The birth father and I had just broken up. It was really important to both of us to try to figure out a way to care for our child and give our child a really healthy, happy family where that child had a mother and father who loved each other and could support each other. So it was a really gut-wrenching decision. It was a long, thoughtful, many conversations, many prayers before I decided that adoption was something that was going to be the right choice for my child. My friend said to me, if you are thinking about adoption, my brother is definitely interested. He just got married and his wife was unable to have children. Her husband, Chris, was from this huge Catholic family. I went to school with two of his siblings and they were like, Chris is the best with kids. Later on in my pregnancy, I took the train to meet Chris and Michelle. So I went to Chicago and met with them and met their extended family. Also, just throughout that whole trip, was really struck by the way that they loved each other. So their faith, but also their love for each other and their unity were just something that was really deeply appealing to me.
Throughout my whole childhood, I was receiving, pictures and little gifts, little necklaces and earrings and things from Kate. And I always knew who Kate was. Evidently, when I was really young, I was praying for Kate and Ashley, my birth dad. So it was never something that was a shock to me. It was never something foreign to me. It was always just a part of myself. And I felt very confident and comfortable in that. I felt very confident and comfortable in who my parents were, my mom and dad. I never really felt confused about that part of my identity. It just was something about my identity that was different than other people.
When she was 3 years old, turning 4, I decided to go and visit. It was the most terrifying ride in my life. Going from, up the highway on the coast to visit them, I was just in a state of complete terror. And then we got there, we pulled up into this orchard, avocado grove where they lived, and the door opened and Brigid came flying out with her arms open and was like, I'm so glad you're here. Let me show you my house. Here's all my toys. Look at all these trees. Let's go. She was just so enthusiastic. And Chris and Michelle afterwards were like, we didn't know what she was going to do either. Like, they had no idea. But her openness was amazing. So to be able to spend time with her family and with her extended family and to be there for her birthday was really powerful for me. That said, every time that I visited, the grief afterwards was so profound that it was hard to escape from.
So I was touring all sorts of colleges. I was looking at Benedictine and a couple others. And so I was pretty set on going to Benedictine in Kansas. And I knew Kate lived near Franciscan and I just wanted to visit. And really in my mind, that visit seemed to me more like an opportunity to visit Kate in this house downstairs for a week with Kate. And, she showed me around Pittsburgh and I loved it. I got to spend time with the kids and I had a really great time. And then Kate took me on my college tour of Franciscan, which was really special. And on that tour, I had a really profound experience in the Adoration Chapel, the Portiuncula, where it was super clear that I was meant to be at Franciscan. So it was so providential. Kate's 1 hour from campus. In my whole freshman year, she was the one picking me up from the airport and taking me to the airport when I would leave to go home on breaks. And I would spend tons of weekends when I wanted to get off campus. I'd just come here It was always so fun, and I would bring my friends here, and so all my friends know Kate. They all know that story, and they all know that part of me. And it's really fun introducing new people to Kate because, you know, they'll look at her and be like, wow, okay, you look the same. You look like the same person. I see where that comes from, and my mom was so happy that I had family here, and she used that word because that's what this is. This is my family.
I bought a tiny 3-octave harp when I was a senior in high school, and I took the harp with me to college, used it as sort of an accessory in a clothes hanger. It looked cool, but I was really busy and I wasn't playing it. And then after I got pregnant, I sort of found myself alone in a room with a child within me who I knew that I wasn't going to be raising, and this harp, and I decided that something that I could do for that child and for myself was to really dive into learning how to play the harp. So I started playing every day for at least an hour, and it was something, you know, was holding the instrument close to me, and you can really feel the vibration of a harp. It's a really, the vibration of it, the sound of it is just something that's really, really special, and it sort of vibrated through my body. It was really calming to me. It was really beautiful, and the first time that I ever felt my child kick was while I was playing the harp.
Yeah, and then I was living here. I had started playing at a lot of open mics at Franciscan. I had been writing a lot of songs out of nowhere. I had never really done that much until the very end of high school, and it was never anything serious.
Like when you first came to school, I remember I went to your dorm room with all of the little kids, and you pulled out the guitar. She was like, do you guys want to hear a song I wrote? It's really sad. It's about death. It's just kind of like all of our songs.
I feel like that's genetic.
Yeah, I think.
Can't go any higher.
So they're going to put the videos on
12-string guitar and the harp are in the same place. They will go out of tune in opposite directions.
You told me that.
But if I had gut strings, they would go in the same direction.
It takes you so much longer to tune.
All I've ever had, but it's not like the most romantic. But it's useful. So I guess
I didn't know you had so many. I thought this was like the OG.
No, I had the little tiny one, and then I got a big one.
Where's the E?
That's the, I want to run home to mother. He talks about when you first get married, with your
Oh.
you have I want to run home to mother feeling. I remember that well, so I felt that way.
That's so cool.
It does. That does sound really cool.
I think we might need harp on this song. Oh. Wait, that was cool. Do that again.
Yeah. Wait.
Kate was I think the first person who told me that I could pursue music at a high level, and I've felt super encouraged by that. I really did. I'm gonna do the chorus. Just listening. You're jamming. Why'd you stop? It's because I said it.
It's like walking down a roof.
I don't think I would be doing music if it weren't for you.
Which is crazy, because you're so good at it.
Thank you.
But I think, yeah, I wouldn't be doing music if it wasn't for you. Because I would never have started, you know, I think I would have been playing this little harp, and then I would have fallen away from it. And when I started to play a few notes when I was 4 months pregnant, that for me was a path that led me. I would never have imagined that I would have ended up on a bright blue 40-foot school bus performing, you know, for large groups. And that was a gift that was given to me because of my pregnancy. I really think if I hadn't gotten pregnant, I would never have started playing music. So I think all of that music really came into the world as a result of the fact that you did. So that's pretty cool. God plays a long game with all these tiny specific details.